Hey guys, George here. In this video, I will show you how I managed to scale a plastering coach. Yes, you heard that right. Plastering coach. We're not talking Amazon FBA trading, e-commerce, whatever. A plastering coach to 46.5k cash collected per month USD, which is 81k revenue. Right. We have a lot of people on payment plans. Now, this is pre-launch. We haven't launched this yet officially. This is like a little pre-launch thing, and we managed to hit these numbers. So, quick context: this is Kirk, one of my clients, and basically, yeah, he has a lot of followers, and he was struggling for a long time to make money. He had a low ticket group which was making him around 4,000 per month, and he was just struggling big time. He was relying on sponsorships on the low ticket, and yeah, not the best place to be at. And so I managed to put him to these numbers. Now, no ManyChat, no story sequences. This is pure YouTube, okay? This is a little proof. It's 34 grand, as you can see, which if you put it into USD, it's 46 grand, right? Anyway, in this video, we'll cover the 5 steps. Now, I need to mention one thing at first. I will not be covering the basics. I will not be covering the obvious things like, yeah, build a VSL, do a lead magnet, okay? I will be showing you more in-depth stuff, more valuable, and 60-70% of what I'm going to share today, I've never ever seen it. And if it was not actually implemented in the business, we would not be in those numbers. We'd maybe be at 10K barely. So it's a lot of value. So the 5 things we'll be covering is figure out the ICP, irresistible offer creation, build up with an issue-solving lead magnet. I've never ever seen this. Truly, never ever seen the third one. Pre-launch strategies. Also, one is there I've never ever came across, and it has generated us the most money. Show up rates in the 90s. We were struggling for a long time. Not a long time. I mean, we've been in this offer for, I don't know, 45 days. So basically, yeah, we are struggling for the first week, I think, in 40% show up rate. We managed to actually put it in, literally double it. Okay, so let's rock and roll. First things first, figure out the ICP. Now, what you want to do is you want to hop on 2 discovery calls. You're not going to sell on these calls. What you're going to do is ask particular questions, specific questions that are going to reveal your ideal customer profile, right? So what to look for? Main problem they're facing. Our ideal customer profile was facing lack of money, right? And basically, you can expand their lack of money, not enough vacations, not enough time basically being spent with their kids because they were just working for not enough money, right? Literally not the best situation. Symptoms of a problem. What is actually behind them not being able to make that money? In our case, it was marketing themselves, right? What a lot of people would probably go into a coach like this, and they would focus on creating an offer where they're going to help plasters how to plaster better. That's bullshit. That's not going to solve the problem. That's why I need to hop on those calls and realize, okay, these guys, they know how to plaster. They know how to do the job. They cannot understand and comprehend how to get the job. That's what we help them out with. Now, so that's that. Demographics. So we are selling to UK people. We are selling to 25 to 55 age group, so kind of wide. And sort of sums it up. Mindset. So there is a huge difference between selling to US and UK. UK is tough. People are skeptical. People, especially our ICP or like people who we target, it's not easy to sell to them, right? So that's why we need to adapt. For example, I'll just give a quick example here. In the sales calls, we had to rapidly focus on having a good report. We could have the best sales pitch, best objection handling, best emotional roller coaster. If the report before that was not done right, the sale would just not happen. These guys needed to literally feel like they've known you for 40 plus years in order to buy from you. So that was one thing we get to focus on. Buying triggers. Is it pain points? Is it desired outcome? Right? Quick tip. pain points, they most of the time work if you're selling to broke audience, right? If you're helping them make more money and escape their 9 to 5 because they're just not enough, because they're not making enough money. Desired outcome is more so when they have the money, they're just trying to scale, right? Little tip. So for us, for example, pain point, big time. Okay, this works. Obviously, desired outcome works as well. But if you can in the emails really touch on those pain points and they feel understood and they feel like you literally know what you're talking about, easy to book a call and close. So next up, irresistible offer creation solves the primary problem. Real scarcity has a guarantee, has big ROI. One by one solves the primary problem. If you're gonna create an offer, make sure that the demand is there. Okay, I'm just repeating myself at this point, but as I said, imagine we created an offer where we would basically be showing them how to plaster better. It's gonna completely flop, right? So the problem was them not even enough money, and that basically is because they cannot get lead customers. Next up, real scarcity. Do not fake scarcity. To put it simply, okay, like if you're gonna say 10 spots left, make sure they don't come to the group, to the cohort, and there's 27 people, right? Why would you do it? There is a way to actually use real scarcity and at the same time like never stop really making money, so you don't really need to do launch, you can just repeatedly continuously make money. uh, yeah, that's for a long time. Next up, has a guarantee. Make sure you do have a guarantee. Nothing better than being on a sales call and you can just lean towards the guarantee and you're chilling, right? Obviously, make sure it's actually conditional, right? They need to do certain amount of work in order to actually be viable to get the money back. Never ever, oh yeah, you joined, you didn't actually get to the promised land. Boom, here's the money back. No. Have you been on the calls? Have you submitted the work? No? There we go. So yeah, has big ROI. Our offer it's truly irresistible because let's say Replaster you're making 3 grand a month, okay? And the system we're teaching inside the mentorship can get you to 12 grand a month. And you will be basically making 12 grand a month for the rest of your life. If you need to only pay 3K, it's literally the biggest ROI because you pay 3K to make 12K for the rest of your life, right? Needs to mathematically make sense for them. Next up, build up with an issue solving lead magnet. Once again, never ever seen this. Some people use it, maybe they don't even know it. But what we actually did was, so first things first, actually, I need to mention this. I worked with Kirk, with my client in real life. We actually met up in my crib here in Bratislava. You can see it. We met up here and we did all the work here, like majority of it, right? The launch where most work is. So as stated here, once we figure out where demand is, we just needed to supply it and get a contact info of hot leads by creating a lowest barrier entry lead magnet. So what we did was an ebook. Actually, pop a little screenshot. An ebook, and basically real scarcity. It said free for the first 250 people. Then it's basically going to cost 10 quid. So everyone just ran there. We collected a lot of emails and phone numbers, and you need to make sure it solves the same problem your irresistible offer is going to solve. If we put an ebook that's going to be solving how to plaster, not how to get customers for a plastering business, we're basically going to be, yeah, it's just bullshit, to put it simply, right? So I think you get a point. It's clear. Next up, build up in emails by giving value, which means you will build authority. And storytelling in emails, building relatability. You need to be sending 2 different types of emails or combine them into one. Always make sure to give out value. Same as I'm giving out value here, okay? It makes you think, okay, I actually know what I'm talking about. And storytelling in emails is amazing because it builds relatability. So the simplest thing you can do, literally get an AI, feed it the story, feed it the whole ICP, feed it transcripts from call, feed everything, create like this huge monster of an AI, of a ChatGPT or whatever cloud AI, whatever you're using, and it will do the best work, and then you just make sure it's perfect. So yeah, this is sort of like the build up. So now we've collected thousands of emails of people who we know want their problem to be solved. They're facing the problem. They need it solved. We got their email, their phone number. We just now need to make sure that they are aware of the offer and we present it the right way. So, as I said, we have these two types of emails, and let's now pre-launch strategies. WhatsApp emails low ticket group warmer leads. Now there is not YouTube, there is not anything official. We're actually doing an official launch in a couple of days. My client needs to fly here once again, and we're gonna do a webinar because I'm absolutely cooking the webinars. I'm big time webinar guy. So yeah, WhatsApp. Never ever seen this. Once again, never ever seen this. What we did was there is a good software for this where you can just you'll just buy a WhatsApp number, a business WhatsApp number to be more exact, and we sent out a personalized video that actually was not really personalized, but it seemed personalized, right? It started like, "Hey mate, Kuragir, I just thought I'll reply. I'll just send you this message personally. I'm actually here doing a job." And the guy is watching it and he's like, "Oh my god, did the guy I've been looking up to for years, has he just messaged me on WhatsApp?" And so we just go, "Hey Cody, it's Kirk here. Hope you're on blah 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 blah." Basically, in the video, it's like a little VSL, let's call it. And from there, we get a response and we book a call and we close. Now, you can send this automatically to hundreds of people. Just make sure you do not get marked as spam and your WhatsApp account does not get blocked. And then we got emails. So this is an action email. Shout out my mentor, Jakub Benglar. He showed me this. This books calls, right? Literally copy paste this. This will book your calls unless you're not in spam with your emails. So action required, need your response on this, and basically you'll just say like, "I'm looking for 4 plasters who are good at what they do but stuck under 5K a month." Now, what we want to do in this email is sort of like make sure they think, okay, not everyone can just get in. There are basically certain criteria you need to make sure are in check on your side. And then, yeah, book a call directly and we'll talk. Please only book if you're serious. And then once the 4 spots are gone, the link will come down. So if it works, it's still open. Obviously, we booked 25 calls out of this little email, so we're cooking. A low ticket group, warmer leads. My client, as I said, had a low ticket Facebook group. Actually, he's a true OG when it comes to this. So yeah, we just posted a little message there. Those are the easiest. Actually, one thing I forgot to mention, I'll just type it here, whatever. One sec. Our referrals. So referrals, we actually closed 2 guys today from referrals. You got a guy in, you get him results kind of fast. He's super hyped about it. Everything is amazing. You tell him, okay, if you get your friend in, we'll give you 10% of what he pays. Friend goes in, PIFs because it's the easiest sell, and the guy gets 300. Simple as that. All right. So referrals, another huge one. Yeah, as I said, like it books calls. Okay, this is literally 3 days. 3 days pre-launch. We haven't launched it officially. This is pre-launch. So and now the best thing, show up rate in 90s. So what we actually use is Calendly emails, and what we were using when we were at a 40% was Calendly emails and SMS. So everything Calendly. Okay. But then I was like, okay, I need to make sure this is running smoothly. It's literally my job. And I make money if my clients make money. So what we did was WhatsApp post booking video that was personalized. Again, personalized. Once again, you book a call, you get a video sent from a guy you've been looking up to, and he says, "Hey mate, thank you for booking a call. Really appreciate you. Now the next steps are X, Y, and Z." 30 seconds long. Makes the prospect absolutely like, "Oh yeah, let's rock and roll, let's do this," and that's what we're looking for. Then in that WhatsApp chat we just sent the video to, we'll be nurturing them and making sure they show up. So next message, we'll get into those. So yeah, then we got like a nurturing part. We have concentration part to prevent losing the sale because of the bullshit reasons. I've seen it all. Your phone dies because of the battery, because the battery runs out. What else was there? You're in a car, so you're not really focused. Like there is a lot to it. Okay, you need to make sure your prospect shows up, literally sitting behind this desk, concentrated. No one is with him. If there needs to be a wife, she is there. She's not gonna see what he tells her after a call. Everything needs to be in check. Now, what we need to make sure is when they come to the call, they are as hot as possible. Okay, as nurtured as possible. So we'll send them this little my story slash VSL, and this is just testimonials. Okay, So yeah, there's a lot of testimonials. I'm literally here, okay? If any of you want to say I'm bullshitting, so yeah, let's quickly go through these, and that pretty much should sum it up. First message: Hey name, Kirk here. Just seen you book the call, mate, and with the video, obviously. Nurturing part: Hey name, we have the call today at X Y Z time. Can you give this page a watch before the call today? Send the link. It's going to give you a lot of clarity for the call. Can you just also reply seen after you gave it a watch, so I know we're at the same point? Now you may say like, George, just a little mistakes, like here, where, or I is not big capital. That's on purpose. Okay. Next up, prospect concentration part. Hey name, just click on before the call, and basically in this part you want to mention everything you can so they show up to the call actually committed and concentrated. Okay. um, if you have prospects being in a car, mention it. If you have prospects, I actually had prospects semi drunk, okay, like tipsy. So it's not here, but just a little fun fact. And yeah, just mention it here. Make sure that they actually show up and they're committed. And then we got Chris being on the call switch. Chris is my main closer. So what we do is, hey mate, my cousin Chris had to hop on because the little lad is once again, okay, on purpose. The little lad is going crazy. He's been on most of the calls. You're in good hands. Every single one of the viewers, they're aware that Kirk, my client, has a little son. He's 2 years old. I was with him in Croatia. So yeah, this message is like, okay, yeah, it's Kirk. And so also, cousin Chris, he's not Kirk's cousin, but it, as I said, like we had to focus on reports, so we just needed to come up with this. It works absolutely brilliantly, right? So amazing one more time. And we got extra. So let's just say here, people do not reply, right? Can you just reply seen after you gave it a watch? And so, hi name, just checking in, mate. Are you all good for the call today? Got everything prepped on my end, so just want to make sure you're showing up. This really will confirm the call. You always want to make sure you got some kind of confirmation from their side that they're showing up, because if you don't, you're literally like, how do you know you're not gonna be on the call and they're gonna no show? You can't tell. So, yep, that's pretty much it. Little Miro board took me 19 minutes. Holy shit! I'm gonna go to bed. Have a good one.